Ladies and gentlemen, hope you all are doing tremendously well today. Today, a little bit of Jules action for you. I've actually been playing a ton of Jules over the last couple seasons, and I've been doing pretty well with her. And I wanted to share some of that knowledge for the general crowd. So I was checking my music volume right there, and let's just hop right into it. Little Jules game. I love this skin. I'm rocking the new board and stuff right now. And another little surprise for you, I'll put the link in the description. I've been listening to Shrimp Jazz lately, and it's kind of sick. It's kind of sick. But yeah, this is like in between like an over-explained, and like a general over-explained. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be every single choice, but it'll be a good bit. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. So in terms of what we're looking for, Jules really, in general, would like a scaling kind of medium item to lead off with. So some of our really good shops when we're talking like early days like this, Kina is, A, S tier. Mattel is also very, very, very good. Another thing we actually want to do with Jules as well, and part of me feels like this is something you kind of feel out like the more you play her, but you want to take some of these premium econ nodes as well. Like if your board is good enough, especially I'm talking like sometimes day one, but like day 2, day 3, especially like you have a silver medium item that you're happy with, you have a lot of good supporting pieces. Like I feel like a lot of times you go to shops, it's not always like, I don't know, you get like diminishing returns when a lot of times you can just like click +4 gold and it's amazing. On a chiller, the starts are a little more clunky. I fully don't believe in fridge, to be honest, because again, you need a scaler. So you have to get a little more creative. I definitely prefer like double burn start for tempo, but I'm gonna go Kina here. Again, good items. See what's going on. Noodles is an excellent item. Just in general, I love it. Very, very strong still, even after the change. I'm picking it up every time. Remember how we were looking for a scaler? We're also gonna get a heater eventually. Pumpkin is a great scaler. Not only does it enable just like scaling, but also just like slow lines in general, and pick that up. And Lala's not a bad item at all. I mean, on a board like this could be like a 3-second regen. If we don't find anything substantial for day 1, I don't hit a Lala here. We could roll, so I will. And a lot of this just kind of looks like bait to me. Maybe black pepper, but trail mix I often find is like too hard to get it going unless you get like an enchanted one, or like you also have to run basket. I don't know. I don't really believe in trail mix. Strawberries as well. It's decent. It's like pretty good at this pumpkin thing as like a double scaler, which I actually might be talking myself into it. But yeah, I would say in this particular instance where I have a chiller, I have the pumpkin already for double scaling, I'll take it, but I don't really like it otherwise. And then black pepper's okay, but normally I just don't see how I fit it in this board. Like I want to put tools next to this and it doesn't get buffed by pumpkin. I'm just gonna skip. Here we're poor. We already went, spent a bunch of money. We don't have Mattel money. This is 4 gold. I think Jungle Ruins value is still better. I really like Jungle Ruins a lot on Jules. Getting the extra regen, getting the extra cinders, that stuff is very, very good. Like, you can't tell me that this isn't worth at least 1 gold that we would have gotten from that coin. So just a better econ node. Here, I like Kyber Drone. One thing in general on Jules you kind of have to be aware of is like, there's a lot of like your mainline win conditions. Like you can do stuff like farmers market, and I guess that's kind of, that's kind of like the OG, like, or like back in the day, lollipop, that kind of thing. Your freeze piles. However, like in my experience, Jules can really pull off these crazy alternate win cons if you pick up these random like scaling skills. So trained kind of enables that. Trained could like totally enable some other form of win con like down the line. I'm gonna go tiny furry monster here. Why? Burn's not bad, regen's not bad. We could go weapons. If we go weapons, we're basically looking for a way to scale this noodles. I don't mind leaning into this pumpkin path at all. Tiny furry monster is a great node. I'm gonna click it. Here, these are both pretty good. I definitely value the shield on things like basket more. I really, really do. Shield's never bad. This is good for later. This is probably better right now. I'd rather win right now if possible. And then let's see what we're feeling on this enchanted item. Also, maybe it's just a personal preference thing. I'm clicking enchanted item just every single game. Just every game possible. Why? It's fun. Also, too, sometimes you just get some bullshit and you win the game. So here, what do we want to do? There's a couple options. Don't really believe in seafood cracker. Sometimes it has its place, but it's not really like a carry item, so it's okay. This eggs is probably the next best thing after this cracker. It's not bad. Like, eggs is a really good item late game. If you can get it all the way to gold or diamond, upgrade it to that point. Excellent item. In my experience, you don't really usually want to take it at bronze sometimes, depending on my game state. It's like a game knowledge thing. I'll take it at silver, but let's go whatever. This ulu is actually really interesting. Now, ulu knife in general is not a bad item, especially on like a chill board. It can fit in a spot, totally fine. What's really good about this one is it's hasted. And what that means now is it hastes itself 2 seconds. It's on a 4-second cooldown. It gives perma haste to itself. So it's constantly going, constantly giving haste to my items. And then also haste something else too. Very, very powerful here. And then that's actually a very interesting note. Another note I've really been loving lately is this wishing fountain. And the reason is 2 things. One, it's kind of sick. Well, okay. There's gonna be more than 2 things. I lied to you. There's a lot of things. One, it's fucking sick. Notably sick. You can get a bunch of random cool stuff. The other thing is too, I don't have any data to support this, but like from a vibes perspective, I swear this thing always nets you money. And a lot of times too, you can get like other good items from your class or other good off class items. I still really value things like the Karnak Rage skill. So you can get that too. Like it's just good. Plus it's just sick, right? I'm clicking it. We spent 4 gold, right? Even if these all sell for 1, we make money. Let's see what we actually get. See how much money that is? So we can run Ruby maybe, we can run this, whatever. That's not even a huge deal. This probably never plays, but we spent 4. This is 4 gold, 7 gold. It's not bad. And then also like we have an item that we probably play today. I'm just gonna sell this, get this out of my hair. But like, we probably play this Ruby thing today. Like it's great. And here, so I know I was just hyping up this pumpkin, but I actually think with this ulu knife, we have pretty impressive like tempo scam, because we're gonna have this noodles going off pretty quickly from the charge from the ulu knife going off, and then also getting crit. So it's a lot of scaling, and I feel like it's very good. So that's what we're gonna run, and then we just gotta figure out the rest of the pieces. This is okay. I like this ruby as well. Just more burn pile. Confetti cannon is also just kind of adding to the burn pile. It's not amazing, but it's fine, right? It's like 5 burn for the pile, because we are just kind of scamming him, trying to race him down. Because of that, I'm debating going something like strawberries for a little bit of shield, but I almost like the bolas more. Just to keep scamming, like put a little more damage into him, and then it's also like slow him down a little bit. I think this is a racing game, and like this gives a little bit of shield, not really enough. I want to play this racing game, take him down, and they're gonna be pissed off. Whoever fights me next is probably gonna be a little salty, but I could be mistaken. Maybe I'm overrating myself. Yeah. Hope you guys love the shrimp jazz, by the way. I'm kind of addicted, to be honest. It's a lot of burn. It's pretty good. Another thing I want to shout out real quick is that skillet, that item, the one that's like if it's between 2 foods, it has multicast for each adjacent food. I swear it's some hot bait, man. I don't think that item's good at all. I'll be the first to say it, man. I'll be the first to say it. Why? Doesn't scale. Burn is kind of at a weak point in a lot of ways, where it's like you can't always scam people like you used to for big burn board, and it just falls off so quickly, man. I mean, it's fine sometimes on like forge boards, but here, sorry, I'm spamming around. I know I got in trouble for that prior. Here, so obviously Tiny Furry is not bad, but I really do rate Kina here. Other things we're looking for, just like generally good premium items, upgrades to this, just like more things to fill out our board. And I do rate Kina enough where I want to go there. Noodles upgrade would be amazing. Strawberry, I'm debating it, but I kind of don't want it. This butter thing is kind of interesting, honestly. A little more speed on the board is not unwelcome. But I don't think it's really what we want. I think it's like fine, but I don't think it's amazing. Pancakes could be okay. I think if we're going a heated item, we're putting something on pumpkin. Pumpkin's also notably quite nice, because slow and burn synergize really, really well together. I think these are all bait. I will take a pasta though. Another shout out I want to give is Pasta Maker. If you see that item, pretty much just buy it. It's an amazing econ item. But pasta is also just a pretty decent item to have around on your board. Good for late game, good for now game. I'll click it and take it. Get out of here. Not my favorite thing ever. Here, to be honest, we love this noodles. We're really leaning in on these noodles. I would like an upgrade from Andy. I would also like the jungle ruins. However, Cinders is a Cinders, and I'm buffing this noodles, and you can't tell me otherwise. I'll hold this just in case there's a reason to. Maybe we find like an emu or something, but like it's just the guaranteed value of the Cinders is amazing. I think it's probably worth more than 4 gold. And then in terms of mobs, also day 1 mobs, other things I want to shout out are the like camping guy. Just because he has like generally good Jules items. Anything else? Pyro is always good. Here, if I see it, I've basically been clicking the bronze mob. Coconut crab is my favorite for sure. Just because hard shell is a ridiculous skill. Honestly, the citrus is pretty good, but like, I don't know, hard shell is one, I honestly rate it over like rigged now. It's just such a ridiculously powerful skill that I swear every time you get it, you win like 1 to 2 more fights a game. And then now, because these got buffed to actually sell for money, it's just not like a dead drop. Okay, I'm the best player of all time. Here, if you have watched me, you'll know that as much as I have a crush on Quixel, she kind of pisses me off as a merchant. So I don't mind taking this premium econ node here, shoring up our gold. Here, I want the heater, and why it enables pumpkin stuff. Also, just I feel like heaters are a little better in the early game. Sometimes you play more chilled lines late game, full freeze boards, but I'm gonna click this. Feel good about it. I don't mind shopping. Kevs in general is another one of those merchants that's really, really good for us. Lots of different like shield buff stuff, pumpkin, that kind of stuff. Or like you can find a lot of scaling items here, which is definitely welcome. One thing you can also play on these refrigerator lines, which I'm actually debating right now, is you could play like refrigerator and pumpkin, and that's how you scale it, and then you just play a billion shield items. It might be bait though. I feel like I've had a bad experience when I played it recently, and it's not something I really want to stick with. I might hedge the strawberries. It is 2 gold, and it's a kind of meaningful upgrade. This thing starts to get pretty decent at gold, so I'll take it, I guess. And I'm gonna roll. I don't really believe in the fridge. Here's basket. Now, I honestly haven't been a basket believer this season, where I was like the world's utmost basket glazer. Definitely in excess prior seasons, but here it's maybe worthwhile. Why? We have pumpkin. Pumpkin plus basket scaling is really good. In general, we also have like Ulu to top off the crate. Basket's one of those things too. It really, really benefits from having a skill like frontal shielding. You really want to like get the raw shield up, and then this thing just becomes kind of a monster. But I honestly haven't been clicking it this season too much. I do think here is a decent spot for this. I'm gonna sell this. I just don't ever really see us using this thing. We'll have to also like invest in upgrade into it. So I'll take the basket. Not too bad. And then we want a pumpkin buff stuff. I'm just gonna put the cinders here, and we just think about our board a little more. I guess one thing is we can't really run the basket today, because the pumpkin kind of takes up the spots. You get what I'm saying? Could do something like this, but I think we wait until this thing is at like 15 food maybe to really lean into it. So strawberries is nice. Gets the double buff, so I don't really mind that. Can do this. This is gonna go off a lot, so I don't really mind giving it the regen buff. Either in like positioning wise, we kind of have to, and then we're just kind of running our best items. I like the ruby. I like the confetti cannon maybe. We'll see what we're fighting, because I might run basket honestly. And I think the boar roast, it costs 1 gold. It also is a little bit of a slow enabler. I don't really believe in it, but just in case, worst case, it's 1 gold for this thing, so I don't really mind spending there. Against the Vanessa, it's where something like this becomes a little more valuable. But I also don't mind just going for full burster. Might be our strongest board here. Also put like the Lao in. I just like this a lot though. I'm putting this here just because it might gain more crit than the confetti cannon would over the course of a fight. It seems reasonable to me. I'm gonna go for it. I think this looks pretty good. We also notably have a hard shell, which is pretty good defense. And then today, we're looking at a bronze upgrade on either our noodles or our basket. We'll just see where the wind takes us a little bit. I will say, every time I play against Catfish on this character, I fucking lose lately. Which can definitely feel bad. Like, you would almost expect this character to be good against poison because you have a bunch of regen, but I've actually found, like, every time you go against, like, a relic scaling Mac or Catfish, you lose. This has been my experience, but that wasn't an amazing Catfish, but I've also gone against a lot of bullshit Catfishes lately. Here, I really don't respect Gastro as a person or as a shop. And this is a premium econ node, so I'm clicking it. Lethargy? Am I a lethargy believer? I don't know if I am. I've had Jules boards where I really rate it. Maybe I should. I just don't know if I fully believe it. Maybe not this early in the game. Maybe that's a misplay. I'm gonna go strength though, not bad. A little bit of extra damage here and there. Totally fine. Now, this is an interesting decision here. It's day 3. Silver mediums are starting to become more and more common. We start seeing things like cake batter, you know, like the broken shit. However, if we want to lean in the basket, that is a lick it. And actually, when I'm playing basket and I have a lick it, I like to click the 5 treats option. Because it just really accelerates your basket and it's free. Like normally it costs you a lot more. And I kind of want to do that. As much as I love medium items, I think our board's pretty strong. I'll throw the basket in here. I think we're in a good spot. I wouldn't mind taking the time to invest in this basket a little bit, because also I just haven't played basket that much this season, but I think there's an argument for either. If you really think basket's the play here, I think you go lick it. If you don't, I'd probably go Mattel. And then we want to sell 5, so we get our 5 treats. The treats aren't bad either. I mean, like, oftentimes it's like 20, 30 health, a little bit of crit. It's kind of a low roll, but here, Crash Hit's fine. I've kind of become a little disillusioned with it on Jules. It's okay. It can enable some bullshit, but not always. Frost Rate's interesting. Like Snowstorm single-handedly enables Freezer, basically. So if you get it, that's really interesting. Giant Mosquito as well. Trained could pull off some shenanigans. Rush is never bad. Kenai, but I think I like the idea of going this, doing Freezer shenanigans, and Icicles are also never bad. This pumpkin item, I swear, is degenerate. Another item I've really been rating lately is like vintage. That item is just so good, man. Ever since it like got upgraded by a second. So now we enable Freezer. Ever since it got upgraded by a second, I think it's just been nuts. I'm upgrading this basket, dude. This thing's actually gonna be ridiculous. I could go Valpak, which I do really rate, but Gumballs, like now this basket actually carries me for the next X number of days. Like that's always the upside of basket. It sure is expensive, but I mean, if you can find a way to quickly upgrade it, and right now this is like the dream pace, where it's like upgraded to multicast on day, what day are we on? 3? It's insane. And like, I'm actually gonna rate that enough where I'm gonna upgrade that over this noodles, dude. This thing is going to be lethal. Lethal. Like, just like single-handedly my defense. And let's just think about it here. So we could take the cinders on this noodles, which is amazing. In terms of gold, we are a little poor. I think I will do that, you know. Because we're not super rich. This is a tremendous amount of value. I could go for Jungle Ruins. It would be more gold. I don't think we have enough. I would like to go Kina. I don't think we have enough money. Because, like, this is permanent. This is like, when I say permanent, till at least, like, probably, like, day 6, right? This, probably, maybe even the whole game. Stays. These 4 slots are very variable. So I would like to maybe, like, fill this stuff out. This is like a win right now kind of thing. The Jungle Rune sets me up for the next day. In terms of gold. How strong do I feel? Pretty decently strong, to be honest. I think I do want the gold. I really like Cinders. It's insane, but at this point, I think this might give me like 4 or 5 gold. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I want to short my money a little bit so I can also invest more back into this basket. Another like little basket trick, I swear, is basically you see Moon Lily, just put it on. Like any buffing thing, just spam it on this basket if you're going full in, man. But like, you ever see a basket solo a Pygmalion? It's crazy. I'd be happy to show you guys, please. Let me know. Ooh. Another thing we're also potentially enabling here is we could just go like Snowstorm Ulu Knife shenanigans. Like, it's not the most insane defense you've ever seen. By the way, that's like 1 basket rotation. It's not the most insane defense you've ever seen in your life, but at the same time, or sorry, offense, but at the same time, it's like scaling offense. It has crit, goes off every couple seconds. So definitely not bad. I mean, look at that regen, man. That's literally like all basket. Again, this is like definitely a basket high roll a little bit, but when you click basket and you can really invest into it like this, it's just a ludicrous item. Look at that. This is day 3. Especially too, basket, you really need scaling. And we have pumpkin, which is like the optimal scaler for it. Here, I do feel a little poor, I'm not gonna lie. However, this is also a premium node. It's a little less good here, but I'm still willing to go for it. Look for basket, look for pumpkin. There's other stuff like cake batter. That's kind of ridiculous. Trying to figure out if we have money to roll or not. I'm gonna say no, because if we find a silver medium, it's not really. Another thing we could also genuinely consider here is this cheese wheel. Cheese wheel's not terrible. On some boards, you can basically run like cheese wheel and something like pumpkin as a way to like perpetually have a scaling defensive option in the back, a little bit of upfront, you know, defense like basket, and then like figure out a damage plan. But yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think we have the money to roll because I just don't think we can buy anything. Let me get out of here, but could. There's balls. I'm gonna buy all these balls, man. And now our basket's complete. This is like actually dream pace here. And just, yeah, we're just gonna slap down balls here. And then just full basket max. Now, one thing I've been trying to do too is notably like Boil Room gives a wrench. I've been trying to hit this freaking wrench every time I see him. Never lucky, but I would love to get free upgrades on shit like Ulu Knife, which I maybe should have upgraded too, because it's maybe gonna stay on my board the whole game. The other thing is, if you say Wild Boar, I am genuinely a strong believer that you should take Wild Boar almost every time you see it on Jules, because this skill is broken as fuck. This skill is just ridiculous. I mean, the Enrage effect is already very powerful, but making it that it hastes all of your foods when it goes off is just insane. A lot of times too, like if you are in this basket line, basket upgrade, Wild Root is also, it's just a good item, but then also it enables like you to get rage. It's ridiculousness. That's what it is. Yeah, our offensive plan could definitely be a little stronger, but you can tell we're putting out ridiculous freaking regen on this thing, and it's about to lower its cooldown by 2 seconds. I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to jinx myself, but I was like, what if we hit Feeding Frenzy here? Normally it doesn't go this well. So another thing too, Karnok, this skill is amazing on a lot of Jules boards, like especially the thing that kind of appreciates it the most is Laurel's 4. Normally I like to click this button on level 6 or 12. And the reason is level 1 or like level 2, whatever, enchanted item. Level 3, heater or cooler. Level 4, bronze upgrade. Level 5, silver skills are good. Level 6 is kind of a dead, you know? You get a skill, or like, sorry, you can get like a little bit of econ, but this is just a good skill. Level 7, you want a skill. Level 8, you get a good skill. Level 9, you get another heater or chiller. Level 10, enchant, you can't even pick this. Level 11, more good skills. Level 12, it's like kind of another dead spot. Other characters can do it on like 6, 9, 12, but because we actually really care about our level 9 and really care about getting a heater or chiller, we can't take that luxury, but not a big deal. Also, what's nice about this Feeding Frenzy, I don't have to hold a Karnok item. I have nothing but balls in my inventory. I don't have to hold a Karnok item to hit this, and it's just going to further accelerate this. This board's disgusting. Let's go Argenta. Now, on other characters, you might see Quick Freeze or Stunning Strike and Insta-Click. Here, I actually don't really believe in it. Like I was talking about earlier when we were looking for trained, we're looking for some like bullshit scaling skill. Anything that scales crit, anything that scales like burn, you know, when you use a shield item, scale burn, stuff like that. Very, very good. Catch of the day is pretty decent here. I'm honestly really looking at this clinic. This right eye is also potentially quite good. This clinic will, I mean, we're already very strong now. Catch of the day is not bad. Just a flat 8% is pretty decent. Right eye is also pretty decent. That's a lot of regen, man. It really is. But this is also just good. This is also just good. I'm also like absolutely positive upon further reflection that my positioning has been bad. And I should have been doing something like this, by the way. So if I can admit that I'm wrong, you know, maybe you guys can admit that you're wrong about things in your life too. Yeah, we go. All right, catch of the day. I don't know, man. These all have merit. The walking up's we win right now. The right eye is like a late game pick. Catch of the day is also good. I like catch of the day because like on wide crit boards, it's just nice to have like crit by volume. And then bark. This is why we didn't sell our balls. We're absolutely gonna go bark on them. There's this Laurel's Fort thing. This is such a crazy fucking move. That's ridiculous. Why is Laurel's Fort good here? Pumpkin plus Laurel's Fort is insane scaling. I might even drop Ulu for it, but it's kind of tough because Ulu is very powerful here. But if I did this plus Fort, it's just kind of wraps. So you can like do this pacifist thing and be laughing all the way to the bank. But yeah, I'm gonna pick that thing up. It's just gonna give us options for sure. And then just sell this, keep dipping on balls here. Let's go for a roll here. Might as well. Skip all that, but you know, make sure these balls are up. Insane, insane, insane. Then we can reflect on our board a little bit. I think we could also even still like potentially say, okay, like, hey, listen, I'd love to play this thing, but we're gonna do this instead. This also gives us like a fair bit of like multi and stuff. So like you can almost think of this as like a immediate survivability while this kind of scales. So I don't hate that. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna sell this. I don't think we're ever playing them again. Get them out, and we'll just get the money from barking. See what we're going against. Dooley, I'm pissed off. Against Dooley, I don't mind the instant noodles. And the reason, I mean, first of all, it's just good, but this noodles thing does potentially provide a way to kill. A lot of times against Dooley, if they have like a weapons core or like armor core, or sorry, weapons core, like crit core kind of board, they might not always necessarily have the best defense. So that's where something like noodles could even like solo kill them. So that's why I like it. I think this is fun. I do really wish, yeah, this is fun. If it's armored core too, we might even just outscale him, we'll see. That slow on the pumpkin is gonna be insane. The basket scaling's insane. I'm gonna be pretty happy with this Laurel's Fort too. Burn is kind of spooky. We're also pretty fast. Let's find out. I think we lose. We'll find out though. You'll kind of be amazed at the numbers we're putting in here. And there's our haste going off. It's really not burning me for that much. Crit. Because why not? And like, I mean, look at that burn adding up. It's not amazing, but against like a weapons core, that's more than enough. Look at the ridiculous shield we're putting up. Honestly, I do really like Pumpkin as my general start. Sometimes with Pumpkin, like, it can be hard to find the ways to kill somebody, but it's alright. Going into day 5, feeling a little poor. We just want to hoard up money as much as possible. Just pretty much click nodes. Unless we see something truly ridiculous, we're just going to be clicking money, 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 money. Save up for the next day. And then the next day, we're going to hope we see Sterlings. I do like Lost Crate a lot. Definitely over JJ. It's not the best gold node, so I think I'm actually going to greed a skill here. And just hopefully get something nice. Not bad at all. Could even be like start speed late game. This is a great node, but I'm poor. I want to save up for the next day. Could even take a regen here. I'm just going to click this. Save some money. One thing I've been really rating too is I used to like... I've come back to like looking for rewards again, if that makes sense. Like Gorgon Noble is great. This skill's good, but I used to kind of click it because like, oh, skill's good. Very good skill, by the way, but like... And high gold. Clock. I don't know. I am so big on Kyber Commander right now. Because in my head, this skill's insane. I also think this deadly bee thing is just so good on Jules, because you can re-roll it, and so many of your options are good, and it just enables so many bullshit crit lines and all sorts of stuff. It's just quite powerful. It's better than the obsidian one, unless you hit like bread knife or something, but that's like ridiculous levels of bullshit. Honeycomb's not bad either, like by any means. As per our previous discussion, we'll take this. We'll be raging hella fast. Curio's really good, actually. Here's the thing, right? Is like, I don't want to take this pumpkin off my board anytime soon, and it's that good. Like, it can last. Getting a slow buff, like, it will cost us a bunch of money. It's a good econ node. Getting a slow buff on this thing is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just because, yeah, you can get those here. This costs 1 gold. Probably worth it. I'm gonna take this. It technically cost me 1 gold, but it's more value in the basket. I'm happy with it. 1 gold, 3 shield. Probably worth it. Egg is value. Let's roll. I really want to see a slow buff. Perfect. There's also that thing, which is quite nice. Let's sell the durian. Sell this. We're gonna weave this chariot in here. It'll make us money in the long run. Weave that bad boy in there. So we take this bludgeon thing. That's so worth it, man. Like, that's such a big, that's an extra 4 seconds of slow every time that goes off. I find the glands to oftentimes be value. And then I'm gonna sell here, so I can hold that for a sec. And then I'm actually gonna take the starfish as well. It's just a very good aquatic friend. Like, these are hard tags to come by on Jules, and very good with florals for it. So you just get a lot of multicast that way. And then right now we're poor. This is good, but I don't hate the extra XP that Farai will give us in the long run. And then also could just give us a really powerful item here. That's ridiculous. 3 XP? Okay. And if we ever run into this guy again, we get to go to luck, so we get 3 XP. That's kind of stupid. Okay. Let's do this. You guys liking this jazz? I'm telling you. It slaps. So here's what I'm thinking right now. Against another Jules, I think it's very unlikely that this Noodles ever really puts in work. So I think I'd rather do something like this. And then just go really lean into like this full defense plan. It's probably best case, I guess. This could still like haste itself, give crit, whatever, but I just think this is better. I do like the Noodles. It is a way of like dealing damage. I just don't fully believe in it. Like, I think it's just gonna be so likely that they have good defense, and then this is, I think, our best chance to win it. I could even do something like this. Oh, lose 2 types. It's just not happening. I do like the slow, but yeah, I'm just gonna pray here. Again, this is like sometimes the downside of pumpkin boards is you don't always have a way to kill. However, then if you hit bread knife, you're like ridiculous. It's one of your stronger intros. We'll see. They might be running prep station. Looks like. Okay, that's fine. So they do have scaling. I think we scale harder. And I think I was definitely right not to bring the burn stuff. As you can tell, also, I mean, just look at my rage counter. When you have laurels, man. Remember, each laurels uses 9 rage. That's 63 rage, by the way. Quick math for you. I was an engineer in college. And I guess also right now. Look at that. And then that's 6.3 seconds. This is fast. This is fast. It goes off. It's just crazy. This skill is ridiculous. Take that away from this video. It might not have to be like your keynote, but it's pretty good. I mean, just like look at this scaling and see how little Noodles would have done. Like regen 560. We got 2 extra multis on this thing. I mean, I think we would have been fine with Noodles, but I was more trying to convey like Noodles had a lot to be desired there. Now, I will say Jules sometimes... Okay. I want to click that. The real thing is, do I want to click that or basket? Okay, let me take a second. So one thing with Jules is that, well, let me take that back again. The game can really be broken up into 4 phases. Early game, mid game, late game, and super late game. Early game is days 1 through 4. Mid is 5 through 8. Late is 9 through 12. And super late is 13 plus. Jules, early game, great. Jules, mid game and late game can definitely be a little spotty. So getting those 5 wins is great. It means that's 5 less wins we have to obtain. But it's a little spotty, so it's something to be aware of, just in general. I just want to mention that. So it's like, we did good and we have a very strong start, but you don't always have a start like this. You don't always have this skill and this skill and this skill and a billion options. And just to be wary, sometimes like you didn't get unlucky in the early days and you go into like day 6 and you're like 2 and 3 and it feels really bad. But if you can pick up some decent pieces in the mid game, late game, whatever, survive the super late game, you can pull off some like miracle comebacks, because the super late game's crazy. I want both of these upgrades really bad. This is insane right now just for the fact that it's like 1 second faster, way more shield. It's just like way more immediate value. This is like the late game pick where it's like this could fit on potentially every board and I don't know what I'm going to get. I think it's honestly more likely that we sell laurels at some point over this basket. So I'm going to greed the basket upgrade. Just like, because this can fit in the crit lines, this could fit in the farmer's market lines, yada, yada, yada. Could be a cult. I think it's bait here. We're very strong. I also want to look at Isla right now, and maybe we see something like bread knife, and then we're just laughing all the way home to the bank. It's okay here. Decent, like, could flush out our crit a little bit. I mean, it's better than Ulu knife, but I don't really want to waste the money, because, like, I don't want to get rid of this thing either. Spatula is another really, really, really good item in general. It's just something that's kind of worth, if you see it, if you have gold, worth picking up. Enables like crit lines, just really, really good. I'm gonna go Infernal here. Did we beat Infernal here? I said that confidently. Now I'm like almost convinced we don't beat. So we're not really putting that much burn out. Shoot, I guess. We do have a ton of slow though, which is like very powerful. We're guaranteed to slow all his items. I'm gonna go for it, man. Shoot. We're gonna have tons of regen, tons of slow. Like, I think it's worth a shot. And I'm always too lazy to do math. But yeah. I mean, look at that haste too. Like, yeah, it's barely any burn, but shit, when you can't move, like, it's kind of okay. Look at all the D we have. It's a good spot to be in. Yeah, look at that. That's just ridiculous. That doesn't like show you pumpkin value. It's just, I don't know, man. And like, this is another skill that could enable some bullshit scaling, like all sorts of stuff. That's kind of funny. Let's go here. Conflag, there we go. Like, so when I was talking about bullshit scaling earlier, like ways to scale, conflag, now it's like I have a way where I'm continuously dealing damage. Where before I wasn't continuously dealing damage, now I have this, it scales. Same with static excel, this enables Zarlic stuff, this enables just like game crit stuff. I want the conflag though, because now I have a way to kill. I do really like clicking the skill button. I do feel a little poor. I feel a little better since I got the scaling skill as well. I think I want to save money for like our real primo stuff. I'm gonna click this. I can buy this and probably just sell it immediately. It's good money. Like, Kina's pretty good. I don't mind using Kina here at all. Might as well hold that. We roll these. Okay, get out of there. Boom. Don't love. Am I stupid again? I feel like I told myself I wouldn't be stupid. But I am. I mean, just like in general. Just notably dumb. Yeah, because... So I guess if I do this, what I'm trading is... Oh, you know what? This is the line I think I should do, especially now we have scaling. Put that on by 6, and now... There we go. I think this is the way. Yeah, I like that. Like this multi-6, guarantee this thing crits. We have this thing to also like scale now. There we go, there we go. I'll admit the flaw. I have a flaw in my game. I mean, I have many. Everybody has many, I think, but I need to be better about like reflecting on my boards as I get pieces, and like before every fight I need to look at my boards and be better about that. I can admit that for sure, for sure. Another thing too, this is like just a life complaint. Every time I see Karnak, I swear I lose. So that just kind of pisses me off. That's all. Where's Noodles is? I mean, it's like fine. Maybe here. Yeah, maybe I'm also I'm like fully willing to admit here I'm like overvaluing my burn a little bit, because like, clearly I'm not outputting that much burn. And maybe it's just better to go full laurels here scaling. But like, again, I just want to demonstrate how fucking ridiculous basket is as an item. If we could have like a heart-to-heart about that. But yeah, I clearly like, I was like, oh cool, scaling, and I'm excited about it, but that's not enough procs to be excited about. If I had the like when you shield burn skill, I think that would have been better, but 100% should have just stayed on the laurels path there. It's better to be a pacifist than I think just double scale. So definitely a mistake there. I want to get Kina here again. Could provide us some late game options. Could provide us laurels, stuff like that. I don't hate it at all. I think this is a skip. Spice rack is interesting. I don't hate it, but I honestly just genuinely feel like what we're doing right now is just still stronger. Spice rack's like pretty good in the mid game if you have like, I mean, we have a lot of pieces. We have this, we have this, we have this. I think what we're doing right now is stronger, to be honest. All skips. Anything worth rolling? Not really. I don't really mind Valpak then. Valpak's just nice. He's cheap. He's affordable. This sells for 1 gold. It's kind of been showing up all game. I don't mind it. Pizza's a much better con flag item. On this board, like, we're still not there. Our board is so solid that like, and I haven't seen anything that's worthwhile where I'm like, I want to swap. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go for big if I can, because this could potentially enable shenanigans. This could potentially be shenanigans. Shiny Weights is a great reroll option. I'm worried about getting Atlas Stone to death, to be honest. However, Pumpkin and Ridiculous Scaling. So like, do you think we're okay? As crazy as this looks. Even without the noodles, I think noodles would be bait here. True, I mean that's a lot of damage, but this pumpkin just is crazy. Yeah, sure. Said that pretty confidently. I'm not gonna lie. That's 3,000 damage. Nah, that's the last one though. Is it? Nah, we're chilling now. Notably scales this Atlas thing. Isn't that crazy? never overlook your curio buffs, guys. So I'm gonna say. Nice work, friend. I think that's plating. The butter was fun. I think it was a cute idea, but I'm gonna get rid of that. Here. It's kind of whatever. I'm just gonna go gold skill. If I had freezer, 100% clicking this. Weapons are just kind of I'm just gonna go Orlin here. You can just usually click like a good skill on Orlin. This isn't bad for start speed. This is kind of This is like pretty good econ, to be honest, for the whole game. I feel good about our econ. We're also tempoing out pretty hard. I'm just gonna roll and look for a better skill, I think. Scavenger's also econ. This invigorating cold thing is not bad either. I don't hate either of these. This could also kind of enable the laurels thing. It's okay. Like, then I also need to find a free skill. I'm just gonna end up taking the econ. Could take rest. I think we're very strong. I want to go to talks. I want to find something like bread knife really bad. It's kind of. This board is kind of samey, unfortunately. Like, A lot of times when I'm playing this character, I flex a lot more than I have been this game, like rotate through different boards and stuff like that, but not here, unfortunately. Think about selling this noodles. I'm debating picking up this lollipop, and the reason why is like we have the foods, we have the slows, and then we have like crit solved, we have like speed and stuff. It could be a really potent late game option. Not like late game, but like A12 kind of thing. I don't hate it. See Mountain Pass, take Mountain Pass. Even though I want to go Andy, I just never am gonna refuse a Mountain Pass here. Should have gone Andy, I guess. Fuck me. New character. Let's just sell so I don't forget here. I think we're more likely to go into a freeze line than use noodles again, so I'll hold the strawberry. Let's get out of here. Could lose this. We'll see. Oh, the thing with Andy, man, is it good at bread knife. And you always want a bread knife on this character, I swear. That's another life pro tip, is like, if you can pick up a bread knife, man, it's like basically just pick it up, dude. Like, it's just ridiculous. Unless it's like super late game and you're like fully like in on your build and you're like, yeah, I'm 100% never running this bread knife thing. Just pick up the bread knife, dude. Oftentimes it's like 4 gold, and it's like a small item that enables every region win con. Imagine this board, but then I also had a bread knife that was just critting for millions. Why does that deal so much damage? I'm having a bad time. Having a notably bad time. God damn, dude.
Pretty corny, man.
Oh, I'm for it. But see, like, that's like bread knife, or even there, like maybe the noodles like wins the game. It's that little bit of burn, a little bit of scaling. This could be Laurel's for it. This could be wand, would not be bad. This could be the ball. I'm pretty down to go top. It's not terrible. It's actually pretty okay. Just enchanting my stuff. Nah, I think it's gimmicky. Love a ball, love a wand. We love a wand. Definitely love a ball. It's just great haste. I like this is another item I swear I like pick up almost every time I see it, to be honest. Could go wand here. It's a little janky. I don't think we have enough haste flying around where I'm comfortable doing it, but yeah. Alright, here we go. Give me a freaking bread knife, man. I'm the best. Here, I'm gonna sell this egg. It's just kinda whatever. This mossy enchant might be worth holding on to be honest. Well yeah, we run this thing. Might be even worth dropping the light pop at this point. I think we're probably full on this bread knife item. It is that good. I'm gonna buy this. Could be like chocolate coin or something. Roll. Chocolate coin just kind of enable some late game shenanigans. Okay, that board positioning doesn't even work. Wolf. But yeah, we just do this, you know. Throw this bad boy in there. We still have an enchant. Getting slow or haste on Laurels is nuts, so I don't hate going for this Wandering Shoal thing. You have to also be mindful of the scavenger thing in a sec here. We also obviously have Pumpkin. I was thinking Laurels, but yeah, Pumpkin too. Always feels good to have a damage plan. But that's two, or I probably should have taken the when you haste gain crit skill earlier, and then like this bread knife would be a lot more imposing. It's already scary, but it would be more.
You got your just desserts.
That's a skip. I'm gonna take. Okay, so we got a skill. It's kind of whatever. It's also kind of get that out of there. I'm gonna take a chiller here. Just game experience tells me that if I'm playing anything here, it's like chiller late game. It's like you never want to really skip a chiller, but if I play anything late game here that's chilly, it's gonna be freeze. This is okay, but it doesn't really get us closer to any like level up cheese. And I would really like upgrades, maybe some items, start to find things like farmer's market. This is kind of bait a lot of the time. Sometimes you can do it, but look at our stash base. It's gonna be really hard to pull off. Again, this is where having that haste skill would have been really, really good. So I'm gonna sell this. I think if you see Zarlik, you should pick it up. I think this pasta could also be good. I want to keep the farmer's market thing open in the back. On a board like this where we're regenning. Health shield, could be farmer's market. Roll here. There's walk too. Walk is sometimes a reason to like go heaters late game. There's a lot of walk shenanigans out there in the world. On some like freeze boards, if I had crit solved, like sorbet is potentially worth picking up, but I don't mind grabbing this walk here. I can sell this as well. Yeah, I don't mind grabbing this walk because if we find an upgrade, it could be another way to like just have a bunch of spam. Like we could play walk and just like put everything on a heater and spam a bunch of stuff, and then that's where like this conflict thing is actually pretty okay. Just trying to give myself options for late game. The nuts would definitely be finding like farmer's market, and we just play like farmer's market pasta and we're laughing all the way to the bank, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that, so I want to give ourselves a little bit of options. The real nuts too would just be finding Farai again, and then we're chilling at Lux, so we're having the best time of our life.
Yeah, we're musicians.
Karki. You guys liking this Jasmine? I did just loop it. It should be a win. Would have also felt good to have this, found another Sterling, get this upgrade, or found this upgrade, but definitely, I mean, it's just crazy, the amount of, like, shield you get, but, like, the regen is just nuts. Again, if this was critting, too, I'd be a lot happier, but can't complain too much. Am I losing? Probably. Especially, it just starts to hit so freaking hard, dude. This bread knife, man. If you see it, you grab it, I'm telling y'all. I could have picked another heater and so that I could relocate Pumpkin to maybe like haste my basket with the knife, but so I maybe should have considered that angle, but I think it's alright. Valpak, we're poor, but Valpak makes everything cheap, so I don't really mind it. Love that. Sometimes you can pick up dishwasher, probably not this board though. For serving platter plus like walk can be some shenanigans. Here's this freezer thing actually. That freezer thing kind of interests me. Yeah, I mean we have the scaling. A little bit slower, but with the bouncy ball, we have this, we have the haste. I'm kind of down to freeze it, man. This is before our enchant as well. Kind of wishful thinking, huh? This thing is also like, I think overrated, or sorry, underrated. This is also a good item on like crit boards. If I had taken the haste skill, I could play something like that, Zarlik, Jungle Walk potentially, but I'm gonna take freezer. I think if we're taking freezer, we can sell this at that rate. I'm gonna hold this just in case. You know, like for my sanity, I want to make sure that I think this board is going to be very strong. I want to make sure before, that's like a mistake I also like to make, is like I'll be like, oh, this board is nuts, sell everything and be like, wait, this board is kind of dog shit. So let's play the waiting game here. Yeah, I should have taken the haste skill, I think. So if not, if you don't take away anything from me in this video, take that away. And this Mossy reroll's pretty good too. We don't have money, man. I'm just gonna take the regen. This skill is nuts if you get it on this character, by the way. Short up just enables some like infinite bullshit. We love infinite bullshit. This is such wishful thinking, man. Like, I know I'm gonna see him immediately, but I'm just gonna get that shit out. So I'm gonna level. I'm gonna get all these items. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. Put that there. Can do something like this to maybe make that crit or whatever. Then I'm not like balling though, unfortunately. I can do this. Good enough. Let's see how she goes. Oh yeah, roaming isles, the nuts. Oh, with this skill, that's what I just want to try it out, or at least it gives us that option too. It gives us this out of like maybe our other board is currently stronger right now. Why? Oh, I'm running a bunch of weapons. See, these are the things you gotta like vet out sometimes. Even this board feels really strong though, honestly. poison, crit. What does crit on this do? Just out of curiosity. It's pretty good. Poison on freezer is a very good skill. Poison on basket can be pretty good as like a win con. I think I'm gonna do freezer. I can also do bread knife. It's pretty good on bread knife too. I think I'll go bread knife. And then that will still, again, will still be good for farmer's market. Will still be good for this, I think. If we find the right foods, we can still play this. I could take a rest. I'm gonna go for portal on some greed shit. That's an upgrade. That looks like that says upgrade basket to me, which is amazing.
Great on camera.
And once again, we go back to pumpkin. Life is good, man. Yeah, because pumpkin here is just more scaling. Am I just running pumpkin this game, man? Is this how she goes? This is more procs immediately, but I lose them. Actually, it's the same. Never mind. I'm gonna do this, man. It's a pumpkin upgrade, and I think just the extra slow is amazing. Sell this. Feel good about it. This thing is clunky as hell, but now we have this bread knife. We have tons of speed on this board. I feel great, man. That basket's super fast. We're totally enabled for even potentially grinding out this board, but we're also really looking pretty for farmer's market. You have to find farmer's market, but we're looking pretty for it. Also, every time I see Stell, I swear to God, I lose too. That and Karnak, man. Certain heroes, man. Just not for, you know. We're so fucking dead, it's not even funny, dude. I'm the best, never mind. Oh! Shit, dude. Sometimes you just ride it out, I guess. Life is so good. Yeah, I hope you guys have had a great week, man. I'm gonna add crit to this. It's 5 gold, it adds crit. It's pretty good. This upgrade is good. Like, sometimes I've started to value that upgrade more, because it goes to 2 seconds is what it does. But like, I'm not gonna spend 10 gold on it. It's already enchanted. This crit is very meaningful. Like, crit on the bread knife is insane. I'm gonna roll this mossy train spider. Why? Farmer's market shenanigans. It also could just be good. Leaves. It's alright. Here, best case. I mean, Dreadnought gonna be interesting because you can use like Pyromania with Laurel's Fort as a general combo. Here, it's whatever. I think I'd rather just go Dualtron. I value this and I value this. And maybe I shouldn't be running this Laurel's Fort at all. There might be better items. Maybe this Bonnie Leaves is better, for example, at this rate. Like, with like 2 more little foods, I can haste another thing. Granted, it is like a tremendous amount of rage, though. I just wish it was upgraded. Crit. Never mind. This and this bouncy ball thing is also just so good, man. It's like one of those pieces that could just fit into almost any build, you know what I'm saying?
You'll be delicious.
Dualtron is pretty interesting. Don't think it plays, but it's also potentially another win con. Could do this for Freezer. I think this is just better. And Nona is crazy. Quick Bite is one of those, that's like the nuts skill in my opinion. It's just so ridiculous. Let's take the XP here. This could say Farmer's Market, which again, we're very strong, but I want this upgrade. I want Farmer's Market because like that's our super late game. I know I'm spewing Farmer's Market bullshit, but I think we're not playing Freezer. Maybe Dualtron plays. Farmer's Market really is just like her perfect late game win con, because what it does is it just fits into everything. It's like you can run bread knife stuff, you can run like just enchanted bullshit, like bullshit small, like enchanted pasta, enchanted this. This looks terrifying. You just do a lot with it, and then also it's just then you like also start selling foods for more value. Red knife crit, notably. What is happening in this freaking fight, man? Let's see what else can you do. Yeah, you can do giant sub stuff with it. It's just bread knife. You can do like the farmer's market plus veggie garden combo, where if you have both those items, you just scale to the fucking moon. Can I get a farmer's market? Yes, and farmer's market would probably be better than like laurels at this point. Maybe not actually. We only need one more win. I think I'll actually hold. I think I'll roll the sleeves again. Some bullshit again. See what happens. Oh, strap, not bad. We're 1 win away. I'm just gonna try to get that one. Let's go get a bunch of gold or a bunch of health. Sorry. Let's take a loot out of me. It's fine. That could be good for farmer's market. Awaken District is great here. Any of the shield skills are great. This skill would be fucking insane on this laurels thing, but prosperity is great. Toughness is great. You can always play Soul the District cheese. Soul the District is in itself kind of a win con, so sometimes you see it and you're just laughing all the way home to the bank. Crit. God, I should have taken that scaling skill, man. That's the biggest misplay. I think I overrated how much burn scaling I got and underrated the crit. So we could play that if we wanted. I don't know if I really want to, but I could. That's so fucking good, though. Soul the District is just a crazy item, but we don't crit either. But what we do is like this. Seriously, are you guys here in the shrimp jays? Shit is so fire. Something like this, maybe. Let's try to get that quick soul win. We can actually do this ordering for the first time ever. It's pretty good. It's pretty fast. Decent crit. Take the scaling. Give me farmer's market. Cake batter is another one of those items that can also just go to the moon. It kind of does like pumpkin things, but it's like whenever you use a tool and then you scale things like basket, it'd be great. Like I could have literally used it in lieu of like pumpkin this kid. But I like the slow. I'm gonna pick up the veggie garden. Just in case we are going super ultra late here, I want to pick this up with a farmer's market, and then I'll upgrade it at 13 and we'll be in a really good spot. But yeah, we'll play Soul the District. It's pretty fast, quick bite, lots of haste. I'm hoping that we're okay here. I think we're fine. This bread knife, I think we're chilling. I think we're chilling. I think it's stronger than laurels, but I could be mistaken. Also one shots through this. The item I actually hate is this one right here. I'm the best.
Bring her about.
Oh, life is so good, man. See why this skill's so good, by the way? What happened? And see why Bouncy Ball's so good? Bouncy Ball activated my whole board, made everything proc a billion times, slows them super fast, and then also I'm hasted. Look how slow their whole board is. While I haste mine, and it's just ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, this pumpkin thing's crazy. It can be so crazy. But yeah, laurels is a piece you always pick up, I swear. Not always, but a lot of times. It's just like a great fill piece. I wouldn't say it's broken, but it's like a very strong A tier item. Bread knife is another one of those pieces you pretty much always pick up. Pumpkin is my preferred early game, but early game you really want scaling. Basket you don't always take. You kind of want scaling with it, but shit, basket, pumpkin. And then you can play pumpkin or basket the whole game. Let's see, if you see farmer's market late game, you can pretty much always pick it up. It enables a billion things. Let's see. Why did I don't know. Laurels can be good in the right circumstances. I think freezer is playable if you have stuff like this. I think we would have maybe had to wait to pivot to it, and I think what we were playing was just too strong. So we have the bread knife. Let's see, what else can you do? You can kind of play. I do like jambalaya stuff right now in the early game. It's not always perfect, but it is scaling. Sometimes the defense is a little hard to come by, and you can definitely get raced by the other characters. I do really think pumpkins are stronger start. Other knowledge. Sometimes you do have to play piles. I do stand by, like, I think I should have picked the other skill, and this is something I'll take forward with me. I should have taken the haste crit skill, but just in general, like, things like conflag are extremely valuable. It allows you to play piles. We don't always have pumpkin. Like, there was a time during this match where I was considering playing like a jumbo walk pile or like a lollipop pile. I just found better stuff. Well, the lollipop doesn't really play, but jumbo walk pile. And that in that circumstance, things like conflag are very, very good if you're relying on that to win. It can't really go late necessarily, but it's decent tempo, that kind of thing. So just it's good. It's good, especially or like basket, like improvised defenses. The one when you crit, your items gain shield. Very, very good with basket. You can do like, especially back in the day, you could do like Ice Swan basket and do it with like Saffron, and this thing would go nuclear. Cake batter basket's insane. Yeah, I might need to start clicking basket more. I haven't. It's like the first time I clicked it this season. It's insane, but I think you need to have scaling. Is like the main thing, and pumpkin's great for that. So yeah. See other tips. So yeah, it's really pick up bread knife. Other items you can think about that are win cons. Let me pull up my Discord real quick. Hope there's nothing weird up there. Let me pull up some of my builds from this month, just to talk about like what I've been doing, what I've been playing, give some knowledge to you guys. Just bragging about this Vanessa character. So like this jumbo walk pile. Like another thing too is like notably pumpkin, I guess too, but I was just playing jumbo walk as like a charge pile. This was not the strongest board I could have made, but it was so interesting. As you could tell, I was like high ranked at the beginning of the season. I was literally spamming Jitty to death. It was awesome. Oh, here for you guys. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Like you can do crazy like jumbo walk charge piles. So like this thing, more often than not, you want it as like a charge piece. It also like this kind of enables lollipop. Here's a cleaver board I was running. The trick with massive cleaver is it is super runnable. It just takes a lot. And the main thing, I mean, obviously you want your board to be critting. You want everything on your board to be critting. The real issue is you basically want to make sure that your cleaver is 100% crit. If your cleaver's not 100% crit or like 95 and you feel comfortable gambling a little bit, you're kind of in a bad spot. And that's what's also tough about cleaver is like you have to pick it up in a spot where you either are like, oh, I already have 100% crit for my cleaver, or you have to be like, oh, I feel really comfortable getting it and I already have like the board. It's very doable and it can be very strong. It just takes a lot of knowledge to pilot, I think. And it's like also you don't play it all the time you see it. Crane Laurels Fort is actually something that's kind of notable, especially if you get it from Foreman, the Crane. So that's something to be on the lookout for. This is where I got this skill here. So like I was just looping Laurels Fort Crane. It was kind of awesome. Like, look at this. This will show off why the short up skill is so good, by the way. Yes, by the way, this is a day 10 perfect, insane scaling, but see that? It was just solo cycling my, these two items basically. And because this heals upon item use, it was just cycling the fuck out of it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This is like a Gatling gun pile. I was basically just spamming this, this little thing here. And then the Gatling gun would scale through this. And it was just kind of, it was kind of cute, to be honest. Probably could have played a stronger board. I was trying to pull off some bullshit. And I got lucky enough to make it work. Farmer's Market. So here the idea is that like if you can, this one's actually disgusting, by the way. Ice Swan is really good in Farmer's Market boards because what it can do is like give double cast to all your small little dudes and then also bread knife. But for an example of why this is so disgusting, this board, look how quickly my regen goes up. 1,000, boom, boom. On my previous fight, day 9. Oh, this is a day 13 perfect. I apologize. My previous fight though, my opponent just died at 4 seconds on this like double crit. Boom, boom. Yeah, and just getting crit. I had a deadly caviar as well as everything's critting, but tons of regen, huge bread knife, everything is multicast. Ice Wall definitely has its place. It's not as, I think, like constant click as it was before, or constant click. Here's like an example of farmers market sub. So here the idea is that like it's kind of tough because you kind of need to find sub and or farmers market before level 10 because you want a burn enchant or a regen enchant. Regen enchant would go on the market, and then burn enchant would go here, or like double regen, you'd go like regen here first, regen here. And you need like a small food that regens, something like pasta, and then farmers market, and then like sub. And then you also kind of have to have crit solved for this thing. But if you do, you can do this thing where like all of a sudden you're critting a shit ton on your sandwich, and it's like 400 burn, 400 burn, 400 burn, and you have a bunch of super fast tools and stuff like this, like mousetrap, and they just die. But so that's interesting. This board shouldn't have gotten 10 wins. Here's another cleaver board. Again, like look at the high rolls. Like I had to have obsidian cleaver. In the last one I had to have like the Lord of the Waste skill. Cleaver's definitely more clickable when you have jungle ticket as well. Really appreciates a burn and our obsidian enchant. Here's a walk pile. This one is super cool. This was one where I actually did run lethargy. Basically the idea here is that I would reduce the cooldown of my stuff with this meat tenderizer, and eventually I was just spamming my jumbo walk and Dragamelon, getting a ton of shield, just basically like out procking my opponent a bunch. It was kind of goofy, but it works quite well. And then I had the bread knife to kill him, but they would have also died from like the jumbo walk. Here's another sub build. Again, like here's what it can look like when it's a little more ridiculous. Like look at 400 burn and it crits. So yeah, like look at that. So that's what peak sub can be. Again, this is a pile, but a lot of times you can play piles on this. This was just dealing ridiculous damage, and then these foods were going super fast, so I was hitting super hard. I was also scaling burn this way. A little bit of a pile. Here's another good thing. In terms of like, if it's day 6, day 7, you don't have direction, you see Froyo cart, click it. You can just freeze pile people and win, and it's disgusting. This is one of the more disgusting Jules builds I've ever had in my life though, because what I had is start of combat, infinite with emu and smoke detector. This is whenever you slow burn. This is whenever you, or heavy smoke detector is whenever you burn slow. It also haste, so it's like infinite between these two, and it was start of combat with slow proboscis, so check this shit out. And I just threw a bunch of CC in, but isn't this disgusting? Like you can't move. And scaling with this thing that also freezes a bunch. So that was disgusting. But yeah, Froyo card is definitely something to keep your eye out on. Because this is one of those things, especially too, when you have like, if you have Froyo cart and you full freeze somebody, having that scaling skill like a con flag can be immensely valuable to actually kill your opponent. Let's see. Another piece of knowledge I want to give is that on day 1, I value like killing your opponent a lot of the time, if that makes sense. Like I'd rather play a line that puts a little bit more, like puts burnout, like takes the fight to my opponent as opposed to like relying on pacifism to kill him. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't know if that kind of makes sense. Like I like to try to take the fight to my opponent and kill them on like day 1 if I can. Like I'm not gonna click bad items like skillet, but I don't know if that makes sense. I was playing some dually and stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments too if you're at this point in the game, in the video, and if you have any ideas on other stuff. Like here's another giant sub build. This is like giant sub Dracomelon with destroy cheese. Like here I was just literally doing, sometimes you like actually play some bullshit on this character, but like my whole game plan in this build is quite literally spam shield and destroy them, and it worked. I was like 2 wins and I got singularity and just kept spamming. Like it was ridiculous. This was during the cult event, but like you can really pull off some shenanigans on this character, but you gotta know how to be creative. Here's another crane build. Very powerful. This is... Don't ask questions. Like this build was sick, dude. I just had a looping skewer. It's where like Veggie Garden was sick, but yeah, I was basically like, I really like this item too. This cutting board thing, very powerful in the mid game. Like days like 2 through like 9. I do think it starts to fall off, but this thing is immensely powerful and can tempo you through a lot of stuff. This build was insane, but like you can use food truck for shit like this. I was just using it to like charge my noodles a fuck ton. It was a huge bread knife. I had like 50,000 health in seconds. This is a permafreeze board. So like here's an example of a board that just outscaled my opponent. I didn't deal like a tremendous amount of damage. But what I did is that I perma-locked them down with Froyo card and a bunch of freeze. I was hasting constantly. Using this skill, I was getting guaranteed crit on all my items, and like eventually it was 100% crit, which meant my sorbets were flying. And then since battery got turned into a slushy by the blender, because my stuff was critting, it was slowly scaling my damage while they were perma-frozen. Again, here's some Laurel's Fort shenanigans. Basically just playing like pretty good lockdown, locking down my opponent. As you can see, there's bread knife and a ton of these different things. Here's an example of a lollipop board. It's obsidian, so bear that in mind. I don't think lollipop is super amazing. It definitely has its place, but sometimes with lollipop you hit the nuts. If you are playing lollipop, you really want to click the slow skill merchant every time you see it, because he has a lot of charge skills. But here it's just double cycle lollipop. But I didn't even need crit on this lollipop because I had a fucking bread knife and dishwasher. Or sorry, not bread knife, obsidian and dishwasher. But oftentimes, yeah, you're gonna need crit. You're gonna need more than like what I had here. But yeah, I had this, and then also just a shit ton of charge as well. And so it's like, it's very, very strong, very fast. But lollipop has extremely high potential, but you gotta know when to click it. Here's a Froyo cart board. Like here's what I'm talking about with the crit spam. Like here it's just triggers plus Froyo cart. I don't even really scale, but what I do is like freeze the fuck out of their board, slow the fuck out of their board, and then just dragon stick slap them over and over and over and over. So you can tell we have a scaling skill for crit. It's very important to pick up scaling skills for crit if you can. Here's a pile, as you can tell, Froyo cart pile. Pretty sick, insane Gatling gun scaling. This is a bit of an example of a burn pile with con flag. I just tempoed out, picked up con flag, fiery pizza, had this skill for speed, just tempoed out. Style, basically, just a bunch of couple fast foods destroying my opponent's board. Pretty sure I did that one just for the love of the game, though. I think I probably had a better board if I remember correctly. Here's an example. So fruit press, not always an item you want to click. You really need high base damage. Here, like something with Veggie Garden or just skills. Here I had kind of the nuts for it. Why? I had the octopus skill, and this also destroys my food. So it destroy basket and then, you know, get the cooldown. And then next to this Veggie Garden, super high base damage. Crit was solved, but can't always click it. Believe in meat is pretty sus. I don't believe in meat, but if we make it work, it's going to be late game next to something like this and the pizza. That's how you just get a billion procs, but you kind of need to like activate your pizza twice. I'm not fully in love with it, but it's definitely not bad. I think Natalie likes it more than I do. This is like from 2 months ago or a month ago. Okay, here's again, lollipop board, tons of charge, we solve crit. So that's why that was so good. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, I'm just going through this, trying to find more boards. Here's the example of the nuts. Like with farmer's market like this, and then the 2 pastas in the Veggie Garden. Veggie Garden will give you plus max health equal to like X times your regen. So you just scale to the fucking moon, especially with double pastas. Here's an example of an old goose board. This shit's nerfed now, but used to be able to like permafreeze with sorbet. This board is still pretty good though. Like you can make a very fast sorbet here, scale of cake batter, get your items to 1 second, and then just like freeze the hell out of your opponent while you scale. This is scaling, so. This was some bullshit. Again, sometimes on Jules, you can actually just play some bullshit. Because you have some good pieces, like, it's actually fun. Like, this is, I don't know. It's like, I was invulnerable to Ghillie Suit, by the way. Because of Ghillie Suit, I couldn't take damage and my shield was preserved. And then, it was so stupid, dude. It was actually so dumb. Just the Durian of Death, man. Oh. This was a ridiculous permafreeze board. Permafreeze used to be a lot more playable. This was a pretty good freezer board back in the day. Here's another sub board. Again, as you can tell, Farmer's Market is kind of like your go-to win con. And okay, if I'm playing Vanessa, here's like, you can play Emu stuff too. Here's another cleaver board. Another items to look out for, like Oven, Pantry enables shenanigans with charge, Jumbo Walk enables charge shenanigans, stuff like that. So it's good to know about these items. Alright guys, that's enough for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any comments, questions, that kind of stuff, let me know down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like and sub. Appreciate you all. Stay happy, stay healthy. Take it easy. Woo.
Just trying to give you something spooky. I'll do it for you. I'm just trying to give you something.